Good afternoon, my name is Cheyenne and I'm going to talk to you about lowering the legal drinking age, or raising other legal age limits. How important is age when deciding responsibilities? A young person is considered old enough to lay down their life for his country, but not considered old enough to decide when or if they drink. They are given the immense responsibility of deciding the leader of their country, yet is not old enough to decide when or if they drink. A young person is a legal adult and will be tried as an adult at 18, yet they are not responsible enough to decide when or if they drink. Does this truly make sense? We all know the legal drinking age is 21, and many feel the reasons behind this are logical. But how can some decisions be allowed to be made at 18 while others are not? If our society is going to allow young men and women to lay down their lives for their country, to vote for the leaders of their country, and to be tried as an adult if they commit a crime, then they should be given the right to decide if they drink alcohol or not. If this right is not given to them, the logical reasons for making the legal drinking age 21 should be applied to other age limits also. I have seen firsthand the problems underage drinking can cause, which is why many people believe that the legal drinking age should stay static. But in reality, the legal drinking age is set unfairly when looked at in terms of other legal age limits. First off, 18-year-olds can join the military. Some may ask how this applies to the drinking age. Some may also say 18-year-olds are not capable of making rational decisions, such as studies done by various universities, such as Duke University and Dartmouth University, have proven the teenage brain is not fully developed in the area of making rational decisions until between the ages of 21 and 22. So clearly it's true, they can't make rational decisions. But 18-year-olds are considered responsible enough to take on the responsibility of serving their country, which could ultimately lead to loss of life. According to the U.S. military demographic profile, 37%, which is the highest percentage, of soldiers that come back with post-traumatic stress disorder is in the range of 18 to 21-year-olds. America will not allow 18-year-olds to drink because they are not deemed capable of making rational decisions, yet they are sent into war zones. PTSD is not the only thing that they can come back with. PTSD actually leads to more alcohol use and alcohol disorder. Also, there's only 26% of people have only PTSD. Many have 48% have PTSD and depression, and some even come back with severe depression. If the teenage brain is incapable of making good decisions, then how can soldiers below 21 be expected to make decisions that protect their lives and the lives of their troop? According to a book by HarperCollins, the brain of a teenager is more easily influenced by traumatic situations, ultimately altering the rest of their lives. This means America is sending 18-year-olds into war with the knowledge that their brains are more likely to be affected by the brutality and harshness of a war zone, leading to more chance of developing post-traumatic stress disorder. How is this ethical? How can we let America send our friends under 21 to war when they know that it could damage their brain? Finally, how can we let them decide for us the decisions that we can and cannot make? Imagine your brother is sent to war. He comes back and he is completely different. What do? Nothing. You try to help him, but he doesn't want help. How is it fair that they've sent your brother away, but they didn't give him the decision to decide if he drank or not? Being able to join the military at 18 is just one reason why the legal drinking age should be lowered, or other legal age limits should be raised. Other outstanding reasons are applicable. Since the legal drinking age was raised to 21, drinking underage hasn't decreased, but it has actually caused drinking to be done more commonly in underage settings where the risks are greater. 18-year-olds are not responsible enough to make good decisions, people for keeping the legal drinking age may say. But they are responsible enough to make decisions such as robbing somewhere, murdering, or forgery. Life-changing crimes, and they can be tried as an adult for these, yet they cannot decide whether they drink or not. It's also causing more problems because it's happening behind closed doors. They're not given the chance to take advantage of designated driver services or even to call friends or parents because it's illegal. They don't want anyone to know that it is happening. It's happening every day. Finally, one of the most outstanding reasons has to deal with the reason for which the legal drinking age was raised in the first place, to decrease car crash fatalities. The legal drinking age cuts back on these, is what someone who wanted it to stay static may say. But this is not true. Trace Gallagher, a research assistant for Fox News Network, found in 1984, when the legal drinking age was raised, there were more car crashes. As you can see here, in 2006, the number of car crashes were 1,433. 397 of those were alcohol related. In 2009, the 21 to 24-year-old age group had the highest percentage of drivers in fatal crashes with alcohol blood content levels of 0.8 or higher. Is it possibly that it is not the age, but it is the education they're getting? If you look at this graph right here, it shows that there is a huge spike in the number of drivers that are in alcohol-related crashes that are in between the age range of about 21 to about 29. Are we simply not educating our drivers about drinking alcohol and driving at the same time? Should we raise it again? Because people in the 21 to 24 are clearly not making responsible decisions either. People are simply hiding it. The facts for lowering the legal drinking age are glaring, but actually 77% of Americans oppose lowering the legal drinking age. It's because of what has been pounded into their heads, what they've been told by their parents and by their school systems. But they haven't actually looked at the facts. They simply need to learn what are responsible decisions. The society is not willing to look into things to form their own opinions. Dr. McCall says, this law has been a failure. It hasn't reduced or eliminated drinking. It has simply driven it underground, behind closed doors, into the most riskiest and least manageable of settings. Many feel the legal drinking age should be lowered because of what has been pounded in their heads. 18-year-olds are not responsible enough. They cannot make rational decisions. The traffic crash rates have been lowered because 18-year-olds are not drinking and driving. But the facts for lowering the legal drinking age are just as prominent, if not more prominent, for keeping the legal drinking age. We send 18-year-olds to war where they must make life or death decisions. Traffic crashes are actually more common since the legal drinking age was raised and happen most frequently between 21 and 24-year-olds. Finally, 18-year-olds can be tried and are considered legal adults, but cannot make adult decisions. How does this make sense? How can we let our government treat us unfairly because of our age? How can we let them send our family and our friends into places where they have to make decisions that could affect their lives? How can we let them decide when we are responsible enough to make decisions and when we are not responsible enough to make decisions? These are my works cited that I used for my presentation. Thank you for listening. Any questions?